ever between rounds from Anton Kadushin and Kambosos Jr. Very specific instructions. What they're looking
Yes, round 2 tayo, round 2. Kambosos versus Lomachenko. Yan.
It looks like last round, Loma did get started early on. It looked like he was letting his hands go.
Actually, just one punch, according to Coffee Box, last time separated the two. The difference was the 3 body shots that landed clean for Kambosos.
Mami, ano yung mga to? Papansin to eh.
You mentioned Lomachenko sometimes giving away early rounds in big fights, taking him a while to get started. Definitely was evident in that fight against Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah.
Probably could have even got started a little earlier against Nini, but there are several people who thought he pulled away with a decision that night. Unfortunately, wasn't the case for him and his team on the scorecards. But he's getting a chance now at one of those belts, the IBF tonight, that's vacant since Haney moved up to 140. Those fights have been peppered around the division. 4 different fights now that each of these guys will have to go through to become unified or undisputed once again in those weight classes. Lomachenko starts to get in a little more of a rhythm with his upper body movement. That jab in the southpaw stance. Kambosos' hand speed on display there as Loma looks to counter with the left hook.
Kambosos is fast. I mean, he throws fast. The only problem that we've seen in some other fights is that he gets caught being squared in front of his opponent. When he throws his lead right, he gets caught being squared, and Lomachenko can counter easily from that.
Only the 3rd southpaw opponent in the career of Kambosos Jr. Maxi Hughes being the most recent one, he definitely gave him some fits with his style. He fought a southpaw on his career.
So, hindi na kayo mag-review.
2 losses in his career coming at the hands of Medellin.
Alam ko, malisan din pa pala.
Maxi Hughes was landing a lot of left hands on Kambosos.
Mama, sasalita oh.
Slowly was, and Kambosos kept going to the right side time and time again, like he is now, into that strong left hand of the southpaw. Lomachenko looking to feint now with his feet, cut off the ring, stop Kambosos there. Kambosos looks to fire back ring action to the center of the ring.
Lomachenko he's a range finder. He's best at the range that he's at right now. He's able to shift out of range.
Uy, body shot.
Body shot landed there from Kambosos. Wasn't able to get out of range.
Malamado si Kambosos ah.
At 36 years old.
Round 2 pa lang tayo, round 2 ah.
Lomachenko himself
Sa ano?
said, I'm not
Live to live.
to the fact that as I get older, retirement
Lomachenko ako eh.
No, I have to do some of your speed.
Idol din eh.
Slow down. But do I have enough in me to pull out another run? I don't dispute it. I'm just looking at this one fight out of there. I slowed down my training. I've given myself more breaks. I'm realistic where I'm at right now. Too many people still feel like I took a slightly step back. Lomachenko still has my tools in the bag to defeat George Kambosos, and that's why he's still the favorite.
Definitely, speed, of course, they say is the first thing to go as you age. But I don't see a drastic change in Lomachenko's speed. I think he's starting off very well here.
Bang! Bang! Yun no?
He's getting in and out of many of his fights.
Definitely more economical with his shots. You can see he's landing some good shots in that combination. He doesn't throw.
Ganda kompresyon ni Lomachenko.
No.
Bang! Isa pa! Bang! Boom! Okay, naghilamos ng suntok siya.
Get that right hand turn.
Okay.
Jab him on the chin, or excuse me, on the nose there.
Lomachenko, go!
Increase for Vasily Lomachenko now as we get into round 3. Like you said, how long would it take him to, warm up to down, however you want to say it? And I think
it started early on, which I said was the biggest thing. That's so huge part of the win drastically.
Especially down in Australia, especially after coming off a fight a year ago, almost to the day, where you thought you were robbed on the scorecards. You're going into enemy territory. The belt is vacant. You can't give away any early rounds.
Yeah, a loss like that Loma had against Devin, against Haney, it could make or break a fighter. And after the loss, Loma said that he lost his motivation, but now he may have it back.
Kambosos is looking to push the action, and you can tell he does have some decent hand speed. He gets clipped with the left hand there from Lomachenko. Looking to work the body with the left is Kambosos. You can tell that was a point of emphasis and one of your keys in preparation for this fight.
That left hand is going to be very important for Loma, especially as the rounds go on, because right now tensions are high. You know, these guys are still full of energy. Well, once that starts landing, that could change the course of the fight.
Good counters from Lomachenko there. Very economical with these shots, but having his way when these two go head to head. Double jab left hand from the southpaw.
Kambosos was going to the body great last round during those events. I don't believe that was a
Yeah, me neither. I'm right there with you. And booze from the crowd
The
as
crowd
they
doesn't believe it either.
just on the belt line. Nice counter jab there from Kambosos.
Lomachenko's movement, the way he's moving with his head, in and out, you can see with his feet. For Kambosos, it's hard to find a rhythm. It keeps him guessing. He kind of gets stuck there, gets gun shy. It's hard finding a fighter like Lomachenko with his feet.
And he actually uses his footwork defensively so well too to just get himself on the exit on a perfect angle to really
Different
avoid.
angles,
Yep.
always.
Dribbling up on the jab there. Down to the body goes Kambosos.
Loma's trying to show more of that matrix that he had in him. He said, you know, there was a point where he was called LOMACHENKO.
Oh,
Everyone wanted to fight him.
Absolutely. Yeah.
People were quick on the stool.
I mean, that was down at the lower
Yun!
for him, Mike. Remember, he came from 126
Yun!
pounds as he goes to the belt.
Ah! Ganda laban, no?
Put that lighter weight Lomachenko there with that hand speed on display. He hasn't really stopped anybody since he's moved up in weight to 135 pounds. But in fact, his last stoppage came against Nakatani. He has got that stoppage against Nakatani and Polo, but it's been 4 years since we've seen him.
Kambosos has never been stopped, so I think everyone would be shocked to see that happen.
Okay? How do you feel? How do you feel? Okay.
Bang! Kapol!
That's a perfect left counter. That's gonna land all night.
Kapol si Kambosos doon. Eh, sabayan niya, no?
Kambosos still, maybe that was a little low.
Oh, ha? Gusto mo pa?
These guys came to fight.
Oh, they absolutely did.
These guys came to fight.
You saw the stare down at
The 10 minute stare down?
the 10 minute, the 3, the weigh-in, the press conference, the art of war. Kambosos brings Lomachenko's here for the gamemanship. He's not a big talker, but he also will never back down from a challenge.
Now, once Lomachenko gets going, once he finds that rhythm, it really makes it rough for the other opponent.
That was a good round, last round, round 3. I don't think that's a good place for Kambosos Jr. to be in that corner.
You can tell Lomachenko finds his rhythm when he starts.
Ako corner si Kambosos eh.
Kambosos looking to bait him in on some feints here.
Yeah, it looks like they're both trying to beat each other. They're trying to find the range. You have that a lot when you're fighting a southpaw play, you know, with each other's hands.
Oh, nice left hand.
Shot.
Snap the head back there of Kambosos Jr. A good 40 seconds has gone by before there. Kambosos has let his hand go. Kambosos waiting, being patient, trying to pick his shot here against Lomachenko. Lomachenko doing the same. 3-punch combination and works his way out. Does Lomachenko back to the stick.
Yeah, Loma's just so unpredictable. His footwork is coming from different angles, and it's hard to predict for Kambosos.
Yeah, he's having a good round here in round 4. Nice shot, wait it. get around that guard with that right hand, and then he throws a jab down to the body of Kambosos there, then snaps his head back with the jab. Nice left hand as Kambosos looks to counter. Lomachenko in good rhythm here in round 4. About a minute left to go.
Yeah, look, Loma's looking to make a statement. You can tell. He's sitting down on these shots. He's throwing hard shots in the lane.
Kambosos' face already pretty red here in round 4.
Namumula na yung mukha ni Kambosos.
Once again, where he found success early in round 1.
Oo.
Shot blocked there from Lomachenko.
Oh, yun!
Jab scores for
Double jump.
Best round of the fight so far from the 3-division world champion.
The left hand is finding its way to Kambosos' cheek every single time it's thrown from Loma.
10 seconds left here to go in round 4.
Oh!
Kambosos trying to finish the round strong. Flurry of shots there, not very effective. Down to the body with the jab. That was a good jab.
That was a great round for Loma.
12 rounds.
His lane goes straight left.
He's high level boxer.
See, and his trainer saying the same thing that I had mentioned.
You need fight. Okay, let's go. Pressure. No waiting. Go. Face, set it up.
Tapos, Kambosos, oh.
Allow those shots to land. Beautiful. Those are different combinations.
Kawawa si Kambosos, yun.
Look where his feet are. He's catching it when he's squared up.
Yeah.
But like you were saying
That's what I
earlier,
said.
he's got to put the pressure. He's like, he's doing his trainer. He's doing high-level boxing. You're not gonna outboxing. You gotta fight.
Loma's IQ is second to none in boxing. He knows what he's doing. He's got incredible ring IQ. So Kambosos has to make this a bit of an ugly fight, inside fight.
And the way that he sat back around 4, trying to be reactive and trying to be the counter punches and pick his shots is not what he's saying is going to suit him well.
That's not advantageous to Kambosos. He's got to make this dirty.
Tapos na naman si Kambosos.
There from Lomachenko. Nice counter with the left hand from Kambosos.
And his throw is sort of a feint and then throw.
Yes.
We'll see if he applies that this round.
Nothing landing there clean for Lomachenko as Kambosos still working around the outside. Not much offensively yet in the first minute of this fight as looks to turn and use those ankles as he does. Slips to the right,
Magaling din
shoots
kasi
the left hand.
Lomachenko. Magaling din.
No, that's just something you have to do with a high-level fighter. You have to feint a high-level fighter before you throw.
Picking him off with the jab there is Lomachenko. There's a body shot from
Mabawi si Kambosos sa body shot. Malakas sa suntok.
See this rhythm, the feints from Lomachenko are making Kambosos second guess himself and not throw the shots that he's supposed to.
I mean, his work rate is slowed down significantly.
Yeah, yes.
Sure. Every time you open up, you're getting tagged with a shot from your opponent.
Yeah, you eventually just stop throwing.
Single jab and then Loma throws one right back and scores. Oftentimes winning that battle of that lead foot position. Great shot there. Yep. Really good work from Vasily Lomachenko here in back-to-back rounds. 30 seconds left to go here in round 5. Some struggles again from Kambosos Jr. versus the
Oh!
and that
Oh.
glove nearly touched the canvas there
Nabot.
as he was
na.
off balance. 10 seconds left here in round 5.
Loma does that to his opponents. He's staying on those different angles and he's throwing them off. Kambosos looks a little frustrated now.
Sure does. And beaten to the
Oh,
punch.
gitgitan pa sila, no?
Gingerly walks back to his
Napipigil si
corner.
Kambosos, di makatama ng maganda eh. Magaling yun, sumasigit. Lumachenko. Magaling pa ang mabait. Kasi yung ano yun. Ano nakatingin dati? Di
Unlike Vasily or
boxing
unlike George Kambosos, who has had multiple trainers throughout his career, it's been Anatoly Lomachenko, Andre, and Russ in the corner of Lomachenko his entire professional career.
Puro tama si
His entire
Kambosos eh.
amateur career, and of course his father his entire life. Who has we take another look at what almost looked like what could have been considered a knockdown, and I can't really tell there.
I don't believe
It
his
doesn't look
glove
like
touched.
it didn't look like it did, and it wasn't ruled a knockdown. It was hard to see there on that replay. But nonetheless, back-to-back rounds.
Parang knockdown nga yun ah.
For Vasily.
Tumama yung glove sa sahig eh.
And he's going to just continue to do what he's doing on Lomachenko. He's using his different angles. I believe he's found the range. Kambosos just has to listen to his corner. He has to make this an uglier fight. He has to go on the inside right now. He's just staying on the outside and get caught guessing with Lomachenko.
Just out of range for that body shot to miss
Oh.
it. Lomachenko looks to turn on the pressure now from from defense to offense quickly.
See, blocking the opponent's shot is great, but making them miss is even better. And Loma's making Kambosos miss, which is making him not want to throw at all.
Well, that was what the frustrating part when you talked about Lomachenko earlier in the stretch of fights he went through where he made fighter after fighter after fighter, fighter retire on the stool. Nicholas Walters, Jason Sosa, Mariaga, Rigondeaux. I mean, they were all just mentally broken, mentally frustrated. It wasn't that he beat them to a pulp so bad that they couldn't continue out of. It was just the fact they could not figure out a way to get inside and score. And you're starting to see shades of that right now with Kambosos struggling to get in any sort of rhythm right now offensively these last few rounds. Hesitant to even let his hands go, really.
It's just that it's annoying when you're fighting a fighter like Lomachenko who's making this that lately hit you at will. It makes fighters quit.
Nice left hand scores there for Kambosos. Yeah, that was a good timing on that shot as he doubles up in the jab. Maybe a little bit of confidence there as he goes back to the body with the right hand. Turning it on a bit now. A minute left in round 6 as Kambosos Jr. Keep going, right? This momentum.
Nakakami si Kambosos ah.
Again with the left hand for Kambosos.
Kambosos in his previous fights, he would switch stance, but I feel he understands that Lomachenko's got such a high ring IQ and a boxing IQ that he can't risk switching stance with Loma. But he is feinting and punching now, listening to his corner.
Beautiful work with the left hand there for Lomachenko as maybe Kambosos felt a little bit behind the head on that second shot. Look at the footwork, being able to work around after slipping the jab for Lomachenko.
Nice.
Kambosos having a little bit more success there in that round.
That was definitely a better round for him.
Pakita ka lang si... Nakita na naman sila. Kadi? Kadi ko.
You could tell his trainer told him to say,
He's back unit. Jab right now. Okay, you're looking good. Work.
Hindi mama, hindi mama. Mama, Ben.
Slip right, left, right. Don't give him a
Nino. 1, 2.
He got Momo with that right hand in.
See, Kambosos caught a rhythm midway through that round, and then he stuck with it. He needs to go into every round like that. It's just hard with Lomachenko's footwork. It really is tough to just find your footing.
Perhaps Kambosos can build on some of the success that he found in round 6. Not sure if it was enough to win him the round, but surely in the last few, he landed 4 clean shots there.
He's asking for work behind his jab.
The jab body, right, is what they were calling for.
Yep.
Vasily Lomachenko, through the first 6 rounds, is landing 37% of his shots. George Kambosos landing 10% of his punches. A mere 10%. He's thrown 220 punches, has landed 23. Vasily Lomachenko has thrown 250 punches, has landed 92. Lomachenko has landed more jabs than Kambosos has total shots. Go ahead, Nico.
So, yeah, no, it's, you know, when you're Kambosos and you're fighting a fighter like Lomachenko, you start getting frustrated, you get away from your game plan, which he was doing at the start of the fight in the second round, particularly Kambosos was going to the body, which that did to Lomachenko, got him to win.
Oh! Bagsak siya! Yun ito po hangin eh.
Slip there from Kambosos Jr. About a minute and a half left here to go in round 7. Kambosos is winning in the body shot department. He's thrown 13 total body shots, only to Lomachenko's 4. And there he goes down once again to the body with the left hand on Lomachenko. But the cleaner, more effective punches so far through 7 rounds have been landed by Vasily Lomachenko. Down to the body. Yeah, that left to the body has been a solid shot for him throughout the fight. Probably the most effective.
Yeah, it works for him. He should just
Ay, makakas Kambosos. Oh!
frustration most likely getting him away from that body. You get frustrated, you want to go to your opponent's head.
Down to the body goes Lomachenko.
Eh, umaano si Kambosos ah.
Doing a good
Yari
job
ka.
cutting off the ring there, then throwing, then backing out before his return. Down to the body with the left hand for Lomachenko.
Lomachenko's going to the body now.
10 seconds.
Oh, beautiful. See how he slipped down the front jab of Kambosos, then came with the left hand over the top.
Yep.
Masaktan
We've
si
seen that
Kambosos
move
eh.
from Teofimo Lopez. He likes to do that too, where he kind of almost like paws down your jab hand and then throws his right. Yeah.
Ah, may tama si Kambosos na.
I don't know if
May
that was an
biyak na.
accidental headbutt or a punch.
Oh.
But there's a
Hindi,
cut now
hindi.
over the right eye of Kambosos.
Yari siya kay Lomachenko eh. Pag ganyan siya. Oh, bumagsak siya, no?
And there was the slip you saw earlier from Kambosos.
Punta sa'yo eh.
There's that left hand that landed to the body. Oof, you can tell. Take a deep breath again. The left hand goes to counter with the right, but Lomachenko takes the action back up top and catches him on the way out.
I believe that was a shot that yeah, it was a shot. So it was moments left.
Round 9.
Now we begin with Christina Ponchernico, Ali Walsh in the studio in Las Vegas. This fight happening in Perth, Australia. The vacant lightweight IBF world title on the line.
Mana gutom na yan.
Both of these fighters have multiple belts out.
Gutom na.
Lightweight, Lomachenko has never had the IBF belt.
Labas mo ma.
He was on the line with
Hindi, gutom.
Lopez. It's
Yan.
Lopez
Ayun pa
won that
dinedede yung kamay eh.
decision.
Nakikita.
George's corner of Kambosos is asking him to
Ay,
take a trip.
gutom yan.
You gotta start moving forward. Kind of use Loma, put Loma on his back foot. Loma does great when he's coming forward.
Gutom na. Tapos mo lang to. Gutom na.
I mean, this is just that high-level stuff you're used to when you watch film on Vasily Lomachenko. Shades of things that he had done at 126 and 130.
Ito sa rito, hintayin na namin.
His old self back for this fight, Lomachenko.
And I mean, look, he looked great in the fight against Devin.
Mami, sakit na wala pa sa
I mean,
oras
a
yun.
year ago, but that was a spectacular performance. You just wondered if a year off, if that deflating loss, how much that took out of him and how he would look against a fighter in ferocious Kambosos that typically, is pretty quick in that hand speed and power department. Looks like perhaps another cut.
Yeah, when you lose a fight like that,
Kami tama sa Kambosos.
On Kambosos.
it's hard to recover.
I mean, especially when all the belts are on the line. I mean, when you can win one fight and win all the belts, versus now all those belts are vacated by him. There are 4 different fights scheduled for each one of those belts. In order to try to climb back to the top of that mountain again, you're going to have to go through all the champions once again. To try to do that. Obviously, that quest starts tonight, and he's
Masag na si
fighting like
Kambosos ma.
Joe.
Puti. Ang dami ng sugat yata sa mukha.
But Kambosos has 2 wins.
Oo.
All the teamwork from Teofimo Lopez on that night in New York City that changed his life. He wants to prove that that was not a fluke.
Yeah, Kambosos has a lot more tools here tonight. It's showing that Teo win was not a fluke.
Seconds here in round 8. Beautiful left hook, the next from Lomachenko.
Panalo rin
Just
naman
on
siya.
a break from that one. And you go on the blend now from that cut.
Masag na si Kambosos.
Here by a punch from the left hand of Lomachenko.
Yeah, I believe that was a left hook that reopened that cut.
And no stranger to cuts is Kambosos.
Tama na si
Last fight
Kambosos.
against Hughes over the right eye was cut against Devin Haney.
Let's go now. The punch to head.
Was cut against Teofimo
Everybody
Lopez.
to head. It's every time. It's every time going to this right. Shooting right here. And
There was the left hand. We talked about that cause.
Yeah. She landed that a few times throughout that round. And Loma's smart. His boxing IQ, like I said, is second to none, so he will target that cut.
Kambosos. Ah.
The announcement that take a look at the arena, the RAC arena, in 14,147 in attendance tonight to witness this IBF World
Lumachenko
Championship
naman
fight.
Ukraine.
And
Tanya, Ukraine.
That's interesting.
breaking out
That's
there in
interesting.
Perth.
Ukraine.
And that's the best shot that Kambosos has right here. I mean, Vasily Lomachenko, like his coach even told him, you're not going to sit there and outbox him. You're not going to come on. That was a shot. No jab right hand. That was a beautiful combination for Kambosos that scored there.
Yeah, you can't box Lomachenko.
You gotta go in there. Be the warrior that you are. Lay it all on the line. Let your hands go.
Again, put Loma on his back foot. Bring the action to him. That'll change up the fight a little bit. That was a good jab.
And I mean, we talk talked about it earlier, some of the shades of vintage Lomachenko on display tonight, and he's been able to kind of pull away in these last few rounds. I mean, it's been pretty, I don't know, much I really dominant performance from Vasily Lomachenko here tonight. I mean, he's kind of shown that whatever Kambosos has been able to do, he can do it better.
Yeah.
Kambosos' best weapon has been his chops down to the body, particularly those hooking shots, but he's kind of abandoned that.
Yes. And that happens when you're getting hit, when you're getting countered from someone like Lomachenko. You stop throwing, you abandon.
One of the things that Lomachenko hasn't really done in recent fights is been able to kind of step on the gas and get you know, a definitive finish. It was back since Nakatani in 2021 was his last stoppage victory.
Looks like he's looking to get the stoppage tonight, Lomachenko.
I mean, I know that he would love nothing more than not have the scorecards read.
Right.
You know, considering what he's been through in the past, but look, Kambosos Jr. is a warrior. He's never been stopped. His only...
Yun, loading niya naman.
Two losses came out the hands of one fighter, Duffy. So whether he's cut, bleeding, battered, or even knocked down, which he hasn't been,
Bring ano ko?
he'll continue to fight to the final bell. But right now, overmatched by the former 3-division world champion and 2-time Olympian Vasily Lomachenko. Good shot there in the counter. Down to the body. He's showing some flashes here at the end of rounds, but it's just not enough.
Round 10 na.
Hasn't been sustained. I mean, I can't really think of a round that
Tapos na.
Kambosos has been able to
Live
sustain
natin.
control for 3 minutes of a round.
Right.
Have you?
No, there have been moments in the round where he would win exchanges, Kambosos, but overall, it's hard to say that Kambosos has been dominant over Lomachenko completely for an entire round. You can see that's kind of, I mean, just that counter from Lomachenko, that's kind of what you can see the whole fight.
And he's kind of a standing there in the pocket with him and just counter punching too.
Parang si Pacquiao rin po. Ganun, kaliwete kasi yung fighting siya.
Yeah, so Lomachenko's doing it both. He's staying on the outside, he's countering him, on the inside, he's in-fighting, countering him. It's tough. When you're fighting someone like that, you start really getting frustrated. You start, you know,
And
abandoning your game plan.
his face is showing it too. As he's been nicked up by a few cuts and really has 10, 11, and 12 to try to turn this thing around here, or Vasily Lomachenko could quite possibly be walking out of here once again a world champion. As chance of goal will break out again, and so does that left hand that scores here early in round 10.
Kambosos' corner once
The right hand
That was.
right there from Lomachenko. And you know what? He's also taken this crowd completely out of the fight. You would think they'd be behind Kambosos cheering there, trying to help their fighter dig deep. And honestly, it's, I know we're thousands of miles away in Las Vegas calling this fight, but you can hear it.
Yeah. You would think it would be a Kambosos crowd, being that it's in Australia, but you know, we're hearing chants of Loma.
Other than those Loma chances. Remember, 2 minutes left here in round 10. Another question that some people had was a year out of the ring for Vasily Lomachenko. How would he look? Would he look rusty? Would he look like he's taking a step back? Like he's answered those questions? No.
Definitely. And the bigger question to me, at least, was how would he look after a loss as devastating as the Haney loss?
Devastating, not because of how his performance was, but simply from the what it took out of him because he really felt like he won.
Right. It was just because it was controversial, because it was for all the belts.
Yeah.
It was just it was a really tough loss.
I remember speaking to him in that fight in the locker room after he was so emotional, asking him why he was so emotional. And he said simply because he knew that he would have to talk to his son. He told him all day, Daddy, I can't wait to hear and do. I can't wait to hear and do, Daddy. And he knew that he would have to call him and hear his son and not be able to deliver on that promise. And as a parent, I could identify with that 1,000%. And it wasn't simply because of the loss. It was having to disappoint your child. That's how he felt.
Yeah, you know, it looks like it fueled him. Sometimes, you know, a loss can be, you learn more from your losses than you do from your wins. And that could be a moment where it fuels your fire. And that's kind of what we're seeing here tonight. It looks like Lomachenko is taking it out on Kambosos, kind of trying to use Kambosos as an example to make a statement.
Well, maybe that's what he needs to do, you know, in order to try to get back to the top of the mountain as blood streams from that right eye of Kambosos at the lightweight division where you have Shakur Stevenson, you have Manuel Navarrete fighting for the other title, you got Gervonta Tank Davis and Frank Martin fighting for the other. All the belts are going to be spread out, each and every out, and there's no easy touches.
No, it's not.
I mean, in 2 months from now, you can have all 4 champions set, and those are all legit fighters, pound for pound guys. At the lightweight division, what do you say?
Pressure. Let's go.
Beautiful work with that jab hand control.
Yep. Loma, he punches and moves. He doesn't sit there and take a picture, as they would say. He lands his shots and moves right after. Very dominant performance so far from Lomachenko. You mentioned before that haven't seen so often Loma step on the gas and stay that way for the entire fight. It looks like we're seeing it now.
I mean, it's hard pressed to find, more than a round, maybe 2 that Kambosos won.
Yeah.
He is dominated. Now, can he finish the show as Lomachenko takes another body shot there from Kambosos, then comes back with 5 jabs?
Wala, nanghihina si Kambosos.
And you can tell that he still does have some respect for Kambosos Jr. because he's still not taking too many risks.
Right. He's still got his high guard up. He's not getting lazy and throwing lazy jabs or putting his hands down.
Oh, just peppered by shots from Lomachenko. And I honestly haven't seen much adjustments being made from Kambosos. He talked about the new corner, this Russian style that his trainer was working on, and how he had a Lomachenko 2.0 as a sparring partner, southpaw. And you see the Kambosos that looks different now than earlier in the fight?
Okay, so the first 2 rounds, I thought I saw a different Kambosos. I thought I saw a smart Kambosos, and he was going to the body, he was being smart. But again, it's hard to stick with a new team's game plan, a new style, especially when you're fighting a guy like Lomachenko that frustrates you and hits you and counters you and makes you feel like, when you throw a punch, you're gonna get hit in return. Loma's making a miss and making a pay, so it's, he's going back to his old self, Kambosos.
Oh, he got hit by a right hand there.
I don't know.
And there was a shot there. That was a shot.
That was a shot.
Absolutely. And that one dropped.
Knockdown na yung sila na referee. Oh!
20 seconds left in round 11. He said he's okay. Vasily Lomachenko would love nothing.
Wala. Galing Lomachenko.
Vasily Lomachenko has
Wow. That's incredible. That is incredible.
The first stoppage in the career of George Kambosos and the first stoppage victory for Vasily Lomachenko since 2021.
His body shot, that's in
Bago lang
like,
like nga.
wow, that's one of his greatest strengths in his body work. You can see how emotional he is right now. He really needed a performance like that.
And he really did not want this fight to go to the scorecards. And there is his son, now embracing his proud papa, who can say and knew tonight and deliver back on a promise of at least once again starting to climb the street back to not only now becoming a world champion, but he's only wants high-level fights. He has made this very clear.
Yeah.
He's not.
That's the kind of fighter he is.
Yes, he wants unification fights. He wants high-level stuff, and he's a high-level fighter. And tonight that was a high-level performance.
He stepped on the gas early on.
Tanda na si Lomachenko, nanalo pa, champion. 37. Bata pa sa
Let's see where it starts. He landed a shot to the body. He was up at the first Lomachenko that didn't get caught counted as a knockdown.
But that left
Ay, dapat ang binilangan na.
That was it. It didn't get caught counted as a knockdown.
Pagtayo. Napagtayo. Yun, sa full. O, diba dapat may bilang na yun eh. Knockdown eh. Body shot.
He went straight to the body. That's what a brilliant fighter does. They hurt someone up top and they go downstairs. Wow.
No need for scorecards, no need for controversy, and a night that we've had plenty of it. That was a clear, decisive victory for Vasily Lomachenko. And we'll take a couple more looks at it again with the stoppage.
Yeah.
But that worked to the body.
It was a left hook to the body.
And as the referee was stepping in, you see the towel coming in also from the Kambosos corner. Right there. So whether the referee was going to stop it, if not, the corner was about to. They had seen enough. You know? Beautiful. Vintage Lomachenko. It's crazy because I say vintage, but he still looks good in his last fight. But
I know.
You just saw some shades of dominance there throughout the course of the fight.
wanted no Lomachenko.
Yeah, he did.
That's what he wanted.
He did. And that's what he showed
Yeah,
tonight.
exactly.
Gracious in defeat is Vasily Lomachenko. We'll make this an official first. We have a new IDF-World Champion.
These two world-class warriors. The end comes in 2 minutes and 49 seconds into round 11. Your referee stops this competition by winner of TKO, fighting out of the right corner. And new IDF lightweight champion,
Champion, no?
Vasily Lomachenko.
Iyak siya, oh.
And congrats to
Tagal niya na ito.
Lomachenko and his entire team and new IDF champion tonight. We'll take you to an interview in the ring to hear from Vasily Lomachenko.
Champion, 3 division
Kambosos as well.
champion yun.
Congratulations to the great Vasily Lomachenko. There seems to be some emotion here. What does this mean to you?
Lomachenko po, panalo na.
I wanted to thank our God, Jesus Christ. Thank you very much.
Wow, okay.
Second one,
Cristiano
I
pala
want
siya.
to appreciate my opponent, George, his team. They are strong team. And of course, I want to say big thank you to my team, my father, my coach, my Andre, Edgis, Russ, my family, my kids, my friends, and of course, for us people, I wanted to say big thank you for support boxing. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you.
Ano siya, Cristiano?
Tell us about this fight. What happened?